Hello, this is G.A.B Productions, and today we are doing a video on Lego Harry Potter, then, probably zoom in a little bit actually, then versus now. So let's get into this video. So the first then versus now for Lego Harry Potter we're gonna do is makes naturally the Harry Potters. Also, by the way, if you hear background noise, it's because there's a fan here. But yeah. It's really hot, like my room or whatever. But yeah, so we have two Harry Potters. So we have one from 2010 and one from 2018, I think was when this figure first came out. And this isn't like a completely fair comparison because they're different ages of Harry Potter. Like this is supposed to be like older Harry Potter, like older Harry Potter, and this is like year 1. Like this is like year 5, year 6 Harry Potter, and this is more like year 1, year 2 Harry Potter. But yeah, but they still have similar like designs. So yeah, so they have the hair pieces, and I think, and by the way, I'm gonna pick which one I like better. But yeah, so the hair pieces, actually I like both these hair pieces for their different like figures. Like I like this one's detail and like just all the detail that it has, with even like little tuft or like scars shown. It's quite cool. And yeah, and this one's more simple, but I still think this one's is quite good. The figure, the like face print is pretty similar actually. The eyes on the new one are a bit bigger, you know, just to like because it's a child, so the eyes are bigger. But yeah, and then there's the torso, which I actually like having the emblem on it a bit more than not having the emblem on it. And I also just kind of like the more wrinkles that are in this one. It makes it more like makes it more realistic, I guess you could say. And yeah, and the legs are actually both the exact same color, they're both black. So, yeah, they're both pretty similar, and I don't know which one to go with, like, because with these first ones, they're kind of like, they're two completely different ages. But yeah, I'd say I like this one a bit better, but that might be biased, because it's my favorite Lego minifigure. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. So the next one, for the then versus now, is Hermione, in 2010 Hermione, versus the 2018 Hermione. And I think for this one, I actually like, so let's do the hair pieces. The hair pieces again are kind of like this one fits for like year 1 Hermione, and this one fits more for like, for this kind of time in Hermione, like the year 5, year 6 kind of Hermione design. And I think, what hair piece does the new one use? Let me look that up. Yeah, let me look that up. So, here. So I think the new one actually uses this hairpiece. Or it uses like a slightly altered version of the hairpiece. I don't really know, but it uses a very similar hairpiece to this one. It might be the same one, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it uses a very similar hair style to the new one. So yeah, I think that makes sense. This one makes sense for the time of Hermione. The face is also kind of like that as well. I would just say this one is just a bit better for like the time. For like the figure, or for like the year, the age of Hermione it's like portraying. The torso is exactly the same as Harry's in both cases, so it's the same in terms of like, I like this one's more detailed, so I like this one a bit better. Same with the legs, they're like the same. And yeah, but I would say overall I kind of like this one better because it kind of represents the character in the time, and it's like time worth. Though these are all both of these are like good, like for all of them they're both like good, but I like this one a bit better. But yeah, let's go on to the next one, which is 2010 Ron versus 2018 Ron. And yeah, again, this one is again two different ages, and I'm not going to talk about the torso for this one because they're the same torso. But yeah, now hair wise, I actually don't know which one I like better in terms of the hair, because this one I don't really know about, like, I don't know if either of them are that accurate. Like, I actually like the old hair they used for, like, the bowl cut, like, I think it's actually called the Ron Weasley hairpiece or whatever. And I think I actually like that a bit better for Ron than either of these. See, I don't really know. It's kind of a tie on the hair-wise. And the faces are actually, like, surprisingly similar. Like if you look at the front faces, they both have, like, a smirk. And then if you look on the back faces, both of them are like scared, kind of spooked. So yeah, they're surprisingly similar facial expressions, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, I don't know which one I like better. Again, they're both kind of similar, really. And yeah, so I don't really know which one I like better of the two. So yeah, and weird thing about both of these are actually exclusive to one set technically. Well, like for example, this Hagrid, the 2010 Ron, only comes in the 2010 Hagrid's Hut, and this one only comes in the 2018 Hogwarts Castle or Hogwarts Great Hall. So it's kind of weird because they're both technically not exclusive. They can mix and match parts to get both these figures, but like out of the box, these figures coming as in their Hogwarts uniforms. They're both actually like exclusive to the set, so it's kind of interesting. And the next one for the Harry Potter Then versus Now is 2010 Voldemort, or He Who Should Not Be Named, or You Know Who, versus 2019 actually for this one, Voldemort. But yeah, so this one actually has two. Like, there's also a green Voldemort, but I decided to use this one because this is the one that I can find easier, and two, this is also the one that's like more comparable. Now, by the way, this one is supposed to have a cape. Actually, this Voldemort is supposed to have a cape, but he's missing the cape. And yeah, his head's also very wobbly. It's like very loose. Yeah, which Harry's head is also 2010 Harry's head is also very loose. Like, look. Well, it actually stays on there, but you can see right. Yeah, it's very loose. Yeah, but for this one, again, this is one similar to Ron. They're both very similar figures. Like, they both have the very similar faces, where they're like smiling evilly. They have very similar torsos, like where there's like the black, like the green lines. The green lines are a little less defined on this one, at least for the camera. You can't really see them that well. I mean, maybe that's just the lighting or something, but yeah, I don't really know. If this one has a cape, I actually like having the cape better. But this one, I think, has a slight edge because I like this having a robe piece instead of like just the basic legs. And also, by the way, this is what it looked like with a cape. Oops. Stealing Snape's cape casually. Stealing Snape's cape, which rhymes. Snape's cape. But yeah. Like, this is what the thing would look like. Yeah, I actually like having the cape. I like the cape look, honestly. So I don't know which one wins. Maybe this one because it has the cape. This one because it has, like, the robe piece. I don't know. And yeah, but let's move on to the next one, which is 2010 Dumbledore versus 2018 Dumbledore. Now again, this one with this one, this is kind of like an unfair comparison because they're representing two different like versions of Dumbledore. Like, this one is more representing the Michael Gambon Dumbledore, which appeared in like the later films, and this one is more portraying the not 2019, but the Richard Harris Dumbledore that was portrayed in the earlier two movies. There actually is a version of like a 2019-18 version of Michael Gambon Dumbledore, so I probably could have found that one. But yeah, these are the two that I could find, and they're both actually. I think I would say I prefer this one because this one portrays similar to like some of the like ones where they're the like ones of the main trio, where they're representing two different ages. One of them is like this one that I would say just represents Richard Harris Dumbledore better than this one represents Michael Gambon Dumbledore. But yeah, and also this one's face is wrong, by the way. It's supposed to have like a much better face. This is just Alfred's face because I lost the old face. So the face that's supposed to be on there. I'll put an image on screen if I remember of like what the face is actually supposed to look like. But yeah, but the hairpiece, but this hairpiece actually seems quite common in older figures, but it's not that much anymore. And yeah, and if you remove the beards, which I'm going to do that right now. So you can see, first without their beards they look kind of weird, but also, so you can see this one, I think this one, they're both the torsos are quite good in terms of like detailing. Or again, surprisingly similar. So there's like a robe with like a little kind of other design. And then the back prints are also, let me just move the hair as well, I guess. Yeah, the back prints are also pretty detailed too, but I think this one gets the edge in terms of the torso detailing, because the the design goes on to the legs, and this one just kind of looks incomplete because it's like it just stops abruptly. And I know that probably technology, like they didn't have, like Lego probably didn't have the print. Oh, I just dropped Dumbledore unceremoniously on the floor. Let me get him. But yeah, so Lego probably didn't have the printing technology to like print onto the legs. But yeah, I think this one just looks better with the print. This one looks better with the printing on the legs. So yeah, I think this one gets the slight edge. Also, this one also has an alternate face where it has no glasses. This one should have one with alternate face with no glasses, but I lost the face. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, which is. Wait, one second, by the way. This hairpiece is actually exclusive to Dumbledore, by the way. And also this beard is Gandalf's. And for this one, the old Dumbledore, it's just a pretty generic, like, beard. But yeah, let's actually go on to the next comparison, which is 2010 Severus Snape versus 2018 Severus Snape. And yeah, so for this one, again, they're kind of similar. They're not that similar, though, because, like, the head and the hair are very similar. The hair is similar because they're the same hairpiece. But the torso the head is similar just on this face. You can use this face. If you use this face, they're kind of different looking. But if you use this face, it's kind of just like, it looks very similar. And yeah. And now the torso. So this one, I was actually originally very confused why there's like a purple like undercoat here, but apparently that's actually accurate to the movies. If I remember, I'm gonna put like a picture of it on screen or whatever somewhere. But yeah, so I was kind of confused by that. I actually kind of like having, even if this is more accurate, I kind of like having the all black. I also like having this cape here because I think this cape just looks better. Like, it kind of has this like the flowing cloak kind of look, while this one just kind of has just doesn't look as good. I like the cape look better. But this one again has the edge, like with similar to Dumbledore, has the edge where this one has the robe printing going down all the way down to the legs. This one just kind of abruptly stops and it's kind of jarring. And this one also has back printing. So if I back printing, yeah, they both have this one doesn't have back printing. This one does. So yeah, I don't know which one's better. Maybe this one gets a slight edge, because the face is a bit more detailed, too, with the double face. So yeah, I don't know. I like the cape, though. So put a cape on this guy. I'll do that right now. Very riveting content, putting a cape on a Lego minifigure. Yeah, I think this looks better with the cape. Snape in general looks better with the cape. So yeah, the next one is 2010 McGonagall versus 2019 Professor Minerva McGonagall. So yeah, so with this one, start off with, I like, for the hat, just doing hat print, I like having the green hat instead of the black hat. The black hat might be more accurate, but I like having the green hat because it matches with the rest of, like, the robe a bit better. But yeah, so then the faces, I actually like this one a lot. I like this face a lot better. This one just kind of looks more generic, a bit generic. This one has just a lot more, like, just a lot more. Also, there is a version of this, one that comes in the Great Hall, it's supposed to have an alternate face. But I'm using the one that doesn't have an alternate face in my display. So yeah, that's why it doesn't have the alternate face. The reason I do that, by the way, because this one came in the advent calendar, actually. And the reason... But yeah, so this one... But yeah, so I do that because if you do that, if you don't have, like, a back face, or if you have a back face on it, it just doesn't... It would show, like, the mouth or whatever, and that's kind of weird. But yeah, but the torsos are also very similar. I like this one a bit better, though, because I like the flower detailing. And also this one has the very easy to knock off, like, thing, where you just have to, like, the bottom parts, where you just have to, like, tap it, and it, like, comes off. Which is like, I'm very glad they have this kind of the system now where they actually put, like, pegs here. I think is quite good, because this one's actually a standard Lego piece. But for this one, this one is a lot more stable. But yeah, now the cape, I don't really know what to think about the cape. The cape's fine. I like having a cape in this color, though, which is quite nice. But yeah, so, two very similar. Actually, what would this one look like? Good. But yeah, so these are quite similar as well. Actually, I also do like having the robe piece as well. The robe piece. But yeah, so, I don't know which one gets the edge, but what I do know is that the next figure we're going to look at is 2010 Argus Filch versus 2018 Argus Filch. Now, with this one, again, they're very similar, actually, except for in one key detail, which is the hair. Now, the hair on this one, on the old one, is not that good. It's kind of just like, it's the Dumbledore hair, but that doesn't really fit with, like, actual Filch, I would say. So, I might, if I remember, I'll put a picture on screen. But yeah, so it's just kind of like, yeah, it doesn't look right. The face is also kind of generic as well, but it does fit Argus Filch, which I do like. And yeah, now, this one, again, very similar to a lot of the other ones. Also, this one doesn't have back printing, this one does. But yeah, so yeah, also this one has an alternate face. The 2018 one has an alternate face. This one does not. So yeah, but this one also has the thing where the torso goes down into the legs, which I like that. So, yeah, so I think this one does have a nice key and all that. But yeah, but this one I think gets the edge because it looks better. So then we have a few more, or we just have two more figures and that to compare, or technically four more figures to compare, but like two sets of figures, which is Phileas Flitwick 2010 version versus 2019 one, or 2019 I think. So yeah, so the thing with this one is that there is a version that actually specifically, like, is an update on this version of Phileas Flitwick, but I couldn't find that one, so I'm just using this one. So yeah, so with this one, I like the bow tie, I like the bow tie, I like the hair better, I like the torso, I like the general torso better, because the torsos on this one's not even exclusive, and I like the face better. So yeah, this one, I think this one just wins overall. This one still is quite good, but I prefer this one a bit better over the other one. And I also like this alternate face, which isn't on the update of this one, but it's still good. But yeah, so the final figure, and then there's like an item, I guess you could say. But yeah, so Dementors. Now I think this one, you can just see right here, I have to hold this one. But yeah, I think, I don't have to, but yeah, this one, I think this one wins by a pretty wide margin, except for one thing. I like having this, like, cape, this cape, but other than that, like, other than the cape, I think this one just, like, if this one had a different cape, this one would, like, blow the old one out of the water, or this one blows the old one out of the water in most other aspects. He has the hood, it has a better face, more detailed. It has a more detailed torso. It has the cool ghost tail piece, which is much better. Because this one, if you see my other Dementor, which now I can't find the thing I was trying to show, but this one, you can even see a little bit here, I'm pretty sure. There's even like there's some chipping here, and these like break constantly, which is kind of which is kind of annoying. Like when Betsy, because the way I display these on my Hogwarts set is I put them on like the top of the buildings, on top of like the towers of Hogwarts. So yeah, so this one I think is just a lot better. And yeah, so the final item, I guess, the item that we're comparing, that's not a figure, is the sorting hat, because there's two very different sorting hats, and similar to the Mentor, I think this one, in like every aspect, just blows this one out of the water, because this one just doesn't look right, just a hat piece with a print, which is it's good for the time, for 2010, but for this one, like, there's molding, there's like all this nice stuff, there's like, even like the hat's the correct way, or not correct way, but it's like more unique with like this going this way, and yeah, it just looks better, and yeah, so that's in this video. One thing though is I couldn't find my 2019 Hagrid, so that's why Hagrid is not in this video, even though he has a very good comparison. With that one, by the way, just to say that, I'll remember to put a picture on here or something. But I don't actually know which one I like better of those two. It's kind of a toss-up, but yeah. But I think that will do it for this video. So, yeah, so if you like the video, then like it. If you liked and want to see more, subscribe. If you want to be notified when a new video come out, click the notification bell. And also subscribe to my brother's channel, my brother's friend channel, your boy Jay. I'll do the thing where I just show you. So yeah, so you go on to YouTube. You go onto my channel. Zoom out. You go onto my channel. Yeah, go onto my channel, and then you go into the channels bar and you subscribe to. You subscribe to everyone on this channel bar, specifically your boy Jake and G.A.B. Killer, because they're very good. Because they're very good channels. This one's he's my brother. He's my brother's friend, and yeah, you should also subscribe to Owen Plays, because he's my friend as well. And you probably don't really have to subscribe to these because they don't really have that content. But yeah, that's the video. So yeah, so that's the video, and we'll see you later. Bye.